Okay, so I have a scenario,
Okay.
a role play. I'll pick on my people first. So the role play is that you asked me to do something and I didn't do it. There was a time crunch. It didn't happen. And your boss was mad at you. And now you're all upset. And you want to call me in and have that conversation. How is that conversation going to go? Who wants to handle it first? I'm gonna pick Justin.
Who's surprised there?
I can see the look at Tina's eyes like, don't pick me first.
Well, Tina would do it. Tina would do it, and she would do it right. I want to, not that Justin won't do it right, but let's see how he does it. Okay, you just called me into your office. All right, Justin. Hi, you wanted to talk to me?
Hey, Yasmin. Yes, thank you for meeting with me. I wanted to discuss the project that you are late on. Can you shed some insight into what happened?
I just didn't have enough manpower. You asked me to do something, and it was 10 people had to get involved. Now we had 4 people.
I didn't realize that there was a manpower issue. First discussed the project. You said you understood the expectations and we were clear on the deliverable date. And now I'm getting questions from the CEO. What can I do to better support you, and how do you foresee us getting back on track?
If you can provide me 4 or 5 more individuals, then I can maybe get it done in a couple of days.
How is 2 days?
Well, how many people are you going to give me?
I offer you my support. And let's have another meeting to clarify the objectives.
Well, the objectives were clear, but you just didn't give me enough manpower. 2 is not enough. I need 6. If you can provide me 4 and yourself, then it can be done in 2 days.
Okay.
Boss, are you there?
I've ended the role play.
Pardon?
I said I've ended my feedback.
Okay, so are we done with this conversation?
We are.
All right. When did you want to get together?
Tomorrow at 4.
Tomorrow at 4. And who all do you want to be there? Are you going to have your new team, the 4 individuals that we discussed?
It's going to be me and you, as we discussed.
Me and you. Okay, that is fine. And where do you want to have this discussion?
Over Teams.
Over Teams. Okay, that's fine. Would you send me a meeting request, please, so we don't forget, and it's on our calendar?
I will.
All right. Thank you. Off to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. What could we have done better, and what did we do right, and what did we do wrong?
I just want to note that I know you guys set us up.
Set you up? How we set you up? What do you mean?
Well, I've been in meetings and witnessed Justin delegate and follow up on tasks that weren't done, and that's not the usual juicy J that we expect. So.
It sounded like you guys actually changed positions. You, Jasmine, became.
That's right.
That's not the normal. That's not the normal Justin.
Yes, Justin. What happened? Show me your face. Where are you?
Yeah. There was a lot of managing up happening there, Yasmin.
Well, that's exactly what it takes, though. So if he's not answering the question to get those questions answered, that's the position that we have to take. That's why listening, influence graphic listening, asking the right questions, or active listening is a very important skill set for us leaders to have.
And that's why I took charge. I wanted to see how Justin is going to react and how is he going to turn things around and take charge. So, sorry, that was my dog, not me. My dog sleeps under my desk. Anyway, so who wants to tackle it next? Katrina, do you want to?
Not really.
No? Okay. Who
Yeah,
wants
I'll try.
Okay. All right, same scenario. Justin, thank you. Is he still there?
I'm here. You're welcome.
I'll try.
You did. Okay, Katrina. All right. Hi, Katrina. You called me in. You wanted to talk about something?
Yes, thank you for responding to my request. I wanted to find out what happened with the assignment that I gave you last week. Normally, you are very responsive to my request, but this time you didn't quite complete the request that I made. Can you explain to me what happened?
Katrina, I didn't have enough manpower. That job would have taken at least 8 individuals, and it was me and 2 other people. So
Okay, so could you have informed me of that a little bit sooner? That you needed more support? Then I
Well,
probably could have jumped in.
Nobody followed up with me. I assumed it was okay. I continued to do what I needed to do. There was no follow-up.
Well, I don't think that it was my job to follow up. You should have let me know that you needed more support, and I could have jumped in and supported you.
Yeah, I thought it was okay to take my time and do it.
No. No, again, in the future, if you're having difficulty meeting your deliverables, you should let me know immediately so I can jump in and help support you in any way that I can.
Okay.
So in the future, please let me know when you're having some difficulty or if you do need more manpower so I can support you or bring others in to support you as well.
Okay, so how are we going to complete this project now? Are you going to help?
Of course I'm going to help. We don't have the manpower to bring in 8 additional people, but I can bring in at least 2, including myself. That would be 3. So where are you now on the project? How much have you completed? Did you get anything done?
I'm halfway done, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I will assign 2 other individuals and I will help as well.
Good. Can we have a meeting so we are all on the same page with expectations?
Yes, so let's meet as soon as possible. I will pull in those other 2 people. And do you have time later on today?
Yes, I have time at 6 o'clock today, 6 p.m.
Okay, well, I will see if I can get these other 2 people. I'm pretty sure they'll have the time or make the time as well. And I will send you a calendar invite for 6 people, for 6 o'clock, and add those other 2 individuals as well.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you on the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Okay, feedback? Much better?
I think I think she did pretty good. You threw her when you pushed back and were so forceful. Yeah, I mean I could tell, Katrina was kind of taken back by that. But
yeah, and we have individuals. I'm telling you, I've dealt with assertive people. But if somebody's being assertive, you have to take charge of your meeting. You have to
feel like I did that?
Yeah, you did. And I was trying to challenge you. You did fine. But one thing I will definitely have you practice your ums and ahs.
Okay, yeah.
Ums and ahs, it comes across as not sure of what you want to say.
Okay.
And I definitely took charge a couple of times, but you were pretty in control.
Okay.
Any other feedback? Thank you, Katrina. Good job.
What other additional components could have been added to the conversation? In terms of talk about the project.
The expectations, that the expectations were set
Okay, right.
Initially, and then the impact of, how missing the deadline impacted whatever the rest of the project or whatever the project is for.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't know how to say it without sounding, without becoming, forceful. Like, didn't you know we had, I wanted to say that, but I didn't know how to.
Well, you could have said we did set the expectations when we met on such and such day. Did you take notes? And if it wasn't clear, you could have asked me again. I have open door policy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I sound too forceful when I said, what did I say? Why didn't you let me know that you were having problems or something like that?
You could have said, well, you could have come to me when you had an issue. Instead of why, say you could have come to me. I'm here for you. So instead of asking the why didn't you do this, what could have happened, turn it around to where it's assertive, yet it's open.
Okay.
I have specific feedback for Katrina as well. It sounds like you're asking for it, Katrina. So I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like when you laughed, it lightened it a little bit.
Yeah.
And that I think was better. If you're saying it sounded too forceful, I feel like you didn't sound as forceful as you have sounded in other meetings when you've asked that type of question. I think because it was it was sillier because it was like, gee, Yasmin, it was really challenging you in that sense that it caught you off guard and it almost made you kind of stop and take a minute to lighten the approach of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Less ums and ahs, and like Tina said, you don't have to smile, just be cordial and assertive, but not arrogant.
Yes.
Not challenging.
Yes.
More helpful than challenging.
So let's do this. Let's Yasmin and I role play. I'm going to be the person that is the manager asking the question. All right. So I'm going to add this body language like this when I'm utilizing said techniques and concepts that we have been utilizing and that we've been talking about in the program. Okay. So when I'm talking, I'm going to go like this and you'll hear me slow down a little bit. All right.
Hi, Grandison, you wanted to talk to me?
Yes, Yasmin, thank you very much for coming into the meeting and instituting what we're talking about. Thank you for meeting me at this time. I'm going in and out as well, but at this time, I mentioned time, so you can access the time. Now I'm going back into role play. First of all, you've been doing very well in this project. We had the responsibility of making sure that we facilitate this project. My expectations that we would all collaborate and talk about this as we meet and have follow-up review meetings on a weekly basis. And they would also address issues. I gave you full authority to delegate your team and making sure that you make you have all the decisions on how you wanted to roll this out. However, we do have a little bit of an issue. We are on a time crunch. It doesn't seem like we're going to make the allotted date. Help me out in understanding why we're late and what we can do in order to get the project back on track. Pause. Okay, what did I do?
You made
gave her kudos for what job well done, which she has been doing. It's a very, very important aspect of things. Then utilize filler words, low power phrases, very direct in conversation. Utilize the words that we have in the graphics, but did it come across offensive?
And inclusive.
The accomplishments were hers, and then the defects were you owned them together.
Yes, how you utilize the individual and the inclusive speech technique together. If there's an issue, we have an issue. If there's a kudos to you. It's important to paint the picture. So again, did it sound offensive at this current aspect? Okay, so you utilize the same words, it's how you say it. And then I asked her to explain to me what we can do, answer who, what, why, when, how, what we can do, and when we can do this and how we're going to do it. All right, so back in the role play. So Yasmin,
and it was all in.
Hold on, talk to me about the presentation, talk to me about the project or what we can do, how we're gonna get back on track, what access, what do you need from me? I'm here with you in order to support you, give you full support in this project. What can we do?
So first of all, boss, it didn't get done because I didn't have enough manpower.
Okay.
And didn't want to come to you with a little.
Taking notes, manpower, all right?
I didn't want to come to you with an issue. I thought I could resolve it and I couldn't, and nobody had followed up with me, so I thought it was okay to take my time. Now that I'm here and you're asking me, I just don't have enough manpower and I need help.
So you're saying that manpower is your issue?
Yes.
Is that the only issue?
Only issue.
All right, pause. Now I confirm what the issue is. And I asked, is there only any other issue? Because I want to address it right now, get it all on the table, right? All right, back in the role play. All right, cool. So manpower. All right. So here's the deal. We have some other team members that have some allotted time. What I'd like for you to do is go ask them what time they have free, and then I want you to delegate to them assignments of the project where we make sure that we're back on track. Can you do that?
But they won't listen to me, boss. They're not in our department. If you got involved, it'll be better if you got involved and assigned those people, then I can direct them.
Okay, so let's do this. I will address the people, you'll address the people that are in our facility, in our department, okay? So you can get 2 resources from them. So inquire, delegate whoever you want. I will go across and talk to Tina, who's the manager of the people that have the shared resources that you need. And I'll ask if you can have authority to mandate some people there. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
We can divide and conquer. You ready to do that?
Yes, and can we have another meeting so that everyone's on the same page?
Absolutely. We have another meeting. So let's have another meeting this Friday. Now, the project is due at the end of the month, right?
Okay.
So it's due August 31st, August 30th. Let's pull that date in a bit. And let's put a little pressure underneath so we can get this done in a more timely fashion. What? Give me a new date that we can.
25th? How's 25th?
The 25th?
Mm-hmm. That'll give us some extra days to kind of finesse whatever we didn't get done or something that you might see that needs to be done.
Can you work the 24th instead of 25th?
That'll be tough.
I know it'll be tough, but let's.
I was going to give you the 28th.
Well, I understand. 24th. Let's try the 24th. So let's try the 24th. Let's have a meeting on 23rd. Let me know whether or not where you are, and then we'll make sure we follow up and review during that meeting. Okay? How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? Any other questions?
No. What time is the meeting?
I will send an email because I gotta look at my calendar right now.
Okay.
How's that
All
sound?
right, sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate your help.
Good. All right. So out of role play. Now, what did you observe?
There was like negotiation around the changing the deadline, like you gave it to her, but then you challenged her on, can you even make that tighter?
Yep. Because I'm thinking forward, how do you create high performing teams, right? So one of the things we can do is pull in dates, get them to operate under pressure. And that way she also has to manage people under that pressure as well. So that's a leadership quality that I'm giving her the skill set as we're doing the project. All right, well, good observation, sir. What else? Did I answer all the questions, who, what, why, where, and how? We went back and forth in talking about that. Did I utilize the words, the 7 words? Let me share my screen going back to that again so we can facilitate proper conversation around the graphic. We talked about who, what, why, where, when, how, right? All that information. Did you hear me utilize these words in the conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's what I mean. The words are already there in your vocabulary. I want you to practice utilizing the words, but do give the kudos to the person before you just dive right into what the issue is. Hey, you've been doing well in this project. Now, if they've been doing well in the project, of course, right? You want to tell them some of this false. But do recognize, find the opportunities for positive accountability before I hold her accountable for the thing that's not getting done.
You know why? Why do you think you need to give kudos first?
It relaxes them,
Yes.
especially if they're getting called into your
Yes.
office.
Yes.
Going in defensive as it is, God, he's called me in the office, he's gonna yell at me about something.
Yes.
Right.
And
But
now,
not immediately on the defensive.
Yes.
Yes.
automatic. Hmm?
now during that conversation, I want to ask it again because the tone of voice and the inflection I utilize and the playful manner, facial expressions and everything else, and inflections, voice inflections. How I delivered that conversation was the most important aspect. So Yasmin, did you feel that I was aggressive in any aspect of it? I wasn't passive aggressive, very direct.
just towards the end when you demanded that I get it done by the 25th, but you were laughing and joking about it. And no,
But
no,
you talk so fast.
huh?
You talk so fast.
Yeah, and and I know when somebody is being assertive and aggressive, and I have that personality, I would bounce back if he was being rude to me.
Mhm.
So
I felt like he was trying to rush you.
No, I was trying to rush because of time. I was looking at the time.
he's a busy man, he's a busy man. He's got
Okay.
another conference call.
No,
Okay.
yeah, that too. But we're at 11:59. I know we allocated hour 15, but I want to.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like,
And I
boy,
know his personality, that's how he is anyway. And then, so getting to know your people specifically is also something that you really need to do when you have a conversation. You know their ups and downs. Are they going to cry if you really push them, or are they going to be okay? Are they assertive? Are they challenging? Do they accept the challenges? Know your people.
Mhm.
That's what we say. Building rapport with your people is important.
Yes, very true.
Yeah, I felt like it was direct, but it was also relaxed. So it wasn't like direct and like aggressive. It was also relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think I particularly liked the way you pushed the date, because it didn't feel like you were coming in with authority. I need it sooner than that. It was, well, what about,
Yeah. How about
you know,
this?
that,
How about this?
yeah, what about the 24th? Do
Yeah.
you think you could, and it was without saying all the words, it came across. Do you feel like you can push yourself?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And that's how you utilize your voice as a leader. You want to be able to effectively push people, but not have them feel pushed. She did the right thing, which I hope that she did. She pushed back, and so it became a negotiation. That's okay. That's totally okay, because she needs to learn how to negotiate as a leader. And I want to make sure that I also push her in terms of getting things done.
Mm-hmm.
So they became this nice negotiation, and I had a BATNA, a best alternative to a negotiated agreement. When she said 28, I said, well, how about the 24th? Let's meet on the 23rd. She asked about the meeting review. I said, let's review it on the 23rd, so we see if the 24th is feasible, or the 25th, right? So that way you have that going back and forth. It's totally okay to do that. How you deliver that is the issue.